Welcome to FactSphere 86, where hidden histories and forbidden knowledge are revealed. Today, we journey into the secret history of Western esotericism, a path of hidden symbols, ancient philosophies, and secret brotherhoods that shaped the world we live in, yet were often never meant to be spoken aloud. So what exactly is Western esotericism? In short, it is the study of hidden knowledge, the mysteries passed down through whispers, symbols, and secret orders. It's the thread that connects ancient Egypt to the Renaissance, alchemy to modern science, and secret societies to the very foundations of the Western world. This isn't just history, it's the history behind history. Long before the word esotericism even existed, mystery traditions thrived in the ancient world. In Egypt, priests preserved hidden teachings within temples, carved in hieroglyphs that only initiates could decipher. The Hermetic texts, famously attributed to a figure named Hermes Trismegistus, spoke of the profound unity of all things, encapsulated in the famous phrase, "As above, so below." These writings would become the bedrock of Western occult thought for millennia. Meanwhile, in Greece, the Eleusinian mysteries initiated seekers into powerful rituals of death and rebirth, promising hidden wisdom about the soul and life after death. Thinkers like Pythagoras didn't just see numbers as tools for calculation. They saw them as sacred, believing that mathematics itself was a divine language that described the universe. In the Roman Empire, secret cults dedicated to the god Mithras promised cosmic salvation through symbolic trials held in underground temples. From the very beginning, a pattern emerged. This was knowledge for the few, intentionally hidden from the many. When Christianity began to spread across the Roman Empire, a new, official doctrine started to rule the surface of Western culture. But beneath it, the hidden traditions persisted. The Gnostics, a diverse group of early Christian mystics, taught that divine sparks were trapped in human bodies, and only secret knowledge, or gnosis, could set the soul free. Their sacred texts, which contained these radical ideas, were buried for centuries in the sands of Egypt. Then, in 1945, they were rediscovered near a town called Nag Hammadi, and their contents shocked the world. The early church had declared these teachings heresy, a dangerous deviation from the official faith. Yet their core ideas, of hidden wisdom, of a divine light beyond the physical world, never truly vanished. They simply went underground, living on in secret. As Europe fell into the period often called the Dark Ages, esoteric knowledge survived in some very strange and fascinating places. Alchemy emerged, not just as a crude attempt to make gold, but as a sophisticated spiritual practice aimed at the transformation of the soul. The legendary philosopher's stone wasn't only said to change lead into gold. It was also believed to transform a mortal human into an enlightened, perfected being. During this same period, Jewish mystics developed the Kabbalah, a complex system that mapped the very structure of creation as a tree of life. Each pathway on this tree represented a different aspect of both the cosmos and the human soul. In Islamic lands, esoteric wisdom thrived in the mystical traditions of Sufism. Scholars in Baghdad's legendary House of Wisdom worked tirelessly to preserve ancient Greek and Egyptian texts, keeping the flame of knowledge alive until Europe was ready to receive it again. The wandering magi, alchemists, and mystics of this era were both feared and revered. Some were condemned as heretics. Others, like the brilliant Friar Roger Bacon, were laying the very groundwork for what would become modern science. The Renaissance wasn't just a rebirth of art and architecture. It was a revolutionary awakening of forbidden knowledge. When Byzantine scholars fled the fall of Constantinople, they carried with them a treasure trove of ancient manuscripts that had been lost to the West. In Florence, brilliant thinkers like Marsilio Ficino and Pico della Mirandola began translating the long-lost Hermetic and Kabbalistic texts. They were secretly funded by the powerful Medici family, who believed these ancient writings unlocked divine secrets about the universe. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci cleverly hid esoteric symbols in their masterpieces, blending geometry, nature, and spirituality in ways that are still being decoded today. It was during the Renaissance that Western esotericism became a hidden undercurrent of civilization, profoundly influencing philosophy, the birth of science, and even the high-stakes world of politics. By the 17th and 18th centuries, This hidden knowledge began to organize itself into formal secret societies. The Rosicrucians suddenly appeared, publishing anonymous manifestos that promised a secret wisdom capable of transforming all of society for the better. The Freemasons built their temples, both of physical stone and of the mind, drawing their rituals and philosophy from biblical, Hermetic, and other symbolic traditions. And of course, there was the infamous Illuminati, founded in Bavaria, which sought to merge the rational ideals of the Enlightenment with the structure of a hidden brotherhood. These groups operated in the shadows, and their influence on revolutions, governments, and art is a subject of intense debate to this day. But one thing is certain: their symbols, the all-seeing eye, the square and compass, the rose cross, became woven into the very fabric of the modern world. Then, in the 19th century, esotericism exploded into public view once again in what's known as the Occult Revival. A Russian noblewoman, Madame Blavatsky, founded the Theosophical Society, a hugely influential movement that blended Eastern mysticism with Western esoteric thought, introducing concepts like karma and reincarnation to a Western audience. In England, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn practiced elaborate ceremonial magic, drawing from the Kabbalah, tarot, and alchemy to create a complete system of spiritual development. Its members included famous figures like the poet W.B. Yeats. Writers like the infamous Aleister Crowley shocked the world with their bold rituals and controversial philosophies, declaring, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law." Even the new field of psychology was influenced. Pioneers like Carl Jung studied alchemy and Gnostic texts, believing that ancient symbols were the keys to understanding the archetypes of the collective unconscious. Today, the language and symbols of Western esotericism are everywhere, whether we realize it or not. The tarot deck, once a secret tool for mystical teaching, is now sold in bookstores worldwide. Symbols like the pentagram, the all-seeing eye, and the tree of life appear constantly in pop culture, from blockbuster movies to fashion and even corporate logos. Secret societies still exist, of course, but many of their core ideas have filtered into mainstream spirituality, self-help, and even theoretical discussions in quantum physics. But beneath the surface-level trends, the true essence of esotericism remains the same as it has for thousands of years. A belief that reality is layered, that hidden truths exist beyond what our five senses can perceive, and that symbols, rituals, and inner transformation are the keys to unlocking them. So what, in the end, is the secret history of Western esotericism? It is the story of humanity's hidden quest for truth. It is the whisper of Hermetic philosophers in ancient Alexandria, the bubbling retort of the alchemist in his hidden laboratory, the prayer of the Gnostic seeking freedom, and the secret handshake of brotherhoods that changed the world. It is a powerful reminder that not all knowledge is on the surface. Some of it must be sought, wrestled with, and ultimately lived. And maybe, just maybe, the reason esotericism never truly dies is because it speaks to the deepest longing of the human soul, the longing to know what lies beyond the veil of the visible and to touch the eternal. This is FactSphere 86. If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Join us again as we uncover more mysteries hidden in plain sight. Thanks for watching.